is Kristen Simpson, and I am a certified occupational therapy assistant. I work for the Lincoln UNHL Development Association, and I want to go over pencil grasp with you guys today, especially while you guys are at home doing fine motor handwriting stuff with them at home. I want to show you how to help correct their pencil grasp so that they can work on strengthening the muscles that they need to. First, I want to go over where they should be at by their age, what developmentally grasp they should have right now, and then we'll talk about some tips on how to correct it if they're doing it incorrectly. So first, there's the cylindrical grasp that they should have, and it's usually between 1 and 1.5 years old. They hold their pencil or crayon, just like the first picture. Second is a digital grasp from 2 to 3 years old. Next is the modified tripod grasp. That's from 3.5 to 4 years old. That looks a little more closer to what our end goal is. And then at 4.5 to 7 years, they should be in the tripod grasp, which is similar to what most adults hold their pencil. Now, if they're not in the age that they're supposed to be, that's okay. But we want to kind of work towards that so that they can be more efficient at how they're writing and have improved handwriting. So first, one of the tips that I'm going to give you today and that I use in the classroom is I have kiddos. So a lot of them will start just holding their pencil like they typically do, whatever that is. Now I take that pencil out from their hands and I say, pinch the end for me. So I just have them pinch. Sometimes they do full-handed pinch. Sometimes it's more like this. It's okay either way. And then I push that pencil around into their web space, just like that. And see how that's more towards the tripod grasp or the modified tripod grasp. And then they have them write. So I'll show you that again. I just have them pinch. It's either if it's like this or like this. And then I push that pencil around into their web space, just like that. And now they're holding their pencil correctly. And then have them write. When they're pinching, make sure they try to get, if it's a pencil, past that part where the paint starts and where it's sharpened, pinch more towards right there, and then flip, and then have them write. Another tip that I do, especially if they're not consistently keeping that grasp, so they kind of switch their hand as they're writing, I have them hold on to something small in this side of their hand, and then put the pencil in there and have them write. So if they're keeping a hold of this, then they can't grab onto the pencil with those other fingers. Okay, and it can be anything small. I keep these pom-poms with me in the classroom, but it can be like a bean, it can be a bead, it can even be like a little toy. Have them hold on to it, and once they're done completing their task, then they can release the toy from their hand. If they are not doing handwriting necessarily and they're coloring and they're using that grasp, and obviously crayons are a little harder, what I do is I break the crayon and I kind of peel back some of the paper, because if the crayon is a little itty bitty like this, it forces them into that tripod grasp. If it's a big long crayon like what they're normally used to, they can grab onto it like this and color all that they want, right? But if it's a teeny tiny crayon, you have these two little pieces here, they have to use that because the crayon is so short, they can't really hold on to it like that. So that's another good tip. Any small objects that they play with at home that you have, like I have these pom-poms and I do a bunch of little games with them, like feeding different animals or moving them around on like a game board or things like that. These small objects help them strengthen the muscles needed for handwriting. So pom-poms, beans, beads, if you're doing lacing, those are all great things to do to help strengthen those intrinsic muscles to help with handwriting.